How you doing? It's Jim Martin. When we're talking about Joe Biden stepping out of the race and Kamala Harris jumping in and now her acquiring a running mate in Tim Walz, what kind of picture does that paint for the elections coming up? Now, big caveat, this has never happened in a presidential election, so there's a lot of things going on and it's an incredibly rushed process. For political scientists, this kind of thing is really exciting. I'm quite sure that for Democrats at least, it's a lot of fun too. Harris coming into the race really has energized the party, which means that turnout is likely to be higher, perhaps quite a bit higher. That only helps the Democrats' cause and may have some downstream effects too on some races. That said, that turnout is not enough of and by itself. Now, if you were to get 100% turnout of Democrats, they would win every single election every time. However, that never happens for Republicans or Democrats. Generalized Democratic turnout is likely to be higher, and that's going to help them. If they can approach even what they had in 2020, they'll be in really good shooting range, and it might be enough, but it's kind of unlikely. They also need to convince the progressive side of things that things are going to be acceptable to them. And I believe with Kamala, they'll be able to do that. The other thing, and this is the critical factor, is they need to convince center right, center, and center left independents that things are going to be okay. His experience as a governor and a member of the House, and kind of his practical Midwestern kind of deal, I think that might help them a lot with independents. No vice presidential pick really makes a huge difference, but around the margins. And I think he's somebody that can help them with independence. Just his overall vibe is great for them. That's the general read that I have on this, is that everything at the present moment is headed in the right direction for Harris-Waltz. But it's early. A lot of things can happen, even though there's only 90-ish days left. First off, the polls that are coming out now are a mishmash of things, and really the major polls are set up for September and moving forward in a lot of those battleground states. I know there's a few, and they're going to pitch out whatever they can get as long as it's relatively okay. But I wouldn't really count those for a lot. And frankly, such as they are, the polls that they put out in September, though larger, more precise, more expensive for sure, may be somewhat suspect, because I don't know about you, I don't answer phone calls from numbers that I don't know. I do not respond to emails from addresses that I don't know. I don't respond to texts from various numbers about political things that I don't know. So I don't respond to any of those. And I would bet you there's a fair number of people like me out there. That said, if she gets those independents on board and everything keeps rolling in the same direction, she doesn't screw anything up, which it doesn't appear that she's that kind of person. Maybe a little misstep here or there, but certainly not anything catastrophic. If they can do that and they can get some of those independents, they'll win in November. And it could be by a lot. How that translates into the electoral system, it depends on what happens in those battleground states that have the most of those. So it will be a very stressful, entertaining, hopefully, next 90-ish days. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit the subscribe button and look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Keep it clean, though. Thanks.